Saturday roaming, don't say nothing at all. Yeah. 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 I'm hearing whispers on the street about some things that I really can't believe. People talking, spreading lies over me. I don't know why they coming for me. They say I did things that I never done. No. They say that I'm guilty, but I'm not the one. No, no, no.
Liar, liar, liar. Pants on fire. Be fibbing. I heard rumors around town. People talking and spreading lies. Can't trust nobody who don't have a purpose.
Just love, just love. Just love, just love.
Life Builders Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit organization committed to making a difference in the lives of youth and adults from all socio-economic backgrounds. We are dedicated to improving the mindset, educational attainment, and whole body wellness for all clients, in addition to creating opportunities for success. My purpose is my passion, and my passion is my purpose.
Welcome once again to TALON at 10. Man, I got a few guests on today. We got Stan. We got Billy Ray. And Face. What's going on, fellas? Huh? Yeah, I don't know where Stan is. Oh, okay. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We can't catch her through the phone. Yeah, we can't catch her through the phone. So go ahead and let the viewers know where y'all coming in from. Man, introduce yourself. Your name is who and where you calling from? Okay. Mr. Face. Mr. Face.
Antonio. Oh, that's correct. Man. Oh, I keep things up there. Girl, you see them captions? You know that,
Mr. Face, can you hear us?
You can't hear them. We can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Face. You might have muted your mic. Unmute your mic.
Yeah, it might get me.
Okay. Yeah, we can't. We can't hear you, Face. No, we can't hear you. Yeah, I guess he gonna log back in. Wild Bills, state your name and where you calling from, man.
Oh man, this Wild Bill, and I promise to keep it real, man. I promise on that 86 in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right. What y'all brothers want to get into tonight?
Unmute your mic, man. Come on, Face. Yeah.
All right, we bring a Face back in.
Okay, there you go.
We can't hear you for some reason.
Wow, Bill, man, we get all that gray hair in that face, man. Well, Bill promised to keep it real. I would do no dying, no lying.
Damn, cuz.
Hey, so wait, hold on. After Big L. I'm right here. I had clicked over. But mine never did come through, so it's probably my internet over here tripping, man. Which is good. But if I can hear y'all talking, that's cool. Okay, next time.
Let me try to bring Face back in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We hear you now. Yeah, we can hear you now, Face.
Already. Boy, back into town. You hear me?
So what was the problem, Face?
Man, I was on that call with my brothers earlier. I didn't cancel that call and wouldn't let my mic come through. You hear me?
Oh, okay.
But y'all can hear me good. Y'all can hear me good now, huh?
Yeah,
Ray, go and say your name and where you from, like he did me.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey. It's all to the good, you know what I mean? Your boy out of Roy City, Texas, man. Kicking it real, keeping it strong.
So we got California, we got Phoenix, Arizona, and people from Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Ray, you gotta talk to your phone.
Ray trying to be pretty, goddamn it. That's why he can't talk.
He pretty. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you gotta talk in your phone, Ray. You gotta get
in
off
your phone.
You gotta talk. You gotta get off the phone with me.
Yeah.
He still don't understand, I guess.
Or turn your mic on.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. So we also got my boy Big L.
I don't see Big L. You only gave me two.
I gave you Deshaun.
Yeah, I've been sent him stuff, but he ain't. I guess I thought.
He was on the three-way call, and we was still on the damn call. That was my bad.
Well, I noticed that you can't be on other calls and then try to be on this, and the mic won't cross over. So that's something new to me. You got to cancel everything.
Okay.
Well, mine was working.
Okay, so
mine won't let me do it.
Okay, so let me text Big L right quick. and tell him to get.
Yeah, you gotta get off the calls. It depends on what service, I guess. It won't let me talk through. That's why I was up here talking and sound like a mute.
Yeah, you was muted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thank you guys for coming on. We developed this platform just to really give us, when I say us, men of color, people of color, a platform to
Man, don't let the skin color fool you, man.
Be able to express ourselves, without going through all the red tape.
Well, Stan, we already know where you stand at, so leave that alone.
I know that. I'm just letting that new man up there know. He don't know.
I think they talking about you, Ray.
No, we talking to you.
Oh,
Ray already know me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you say? What are you saying?
I'm just a light skinned trapped in a white man's body.
You light skinned trapped in a white man's body?
Yeah.
So you're white.
Yeah. He cream, but I'm raised by a black family.
Oh yeah. I mean it's no no judgment or no prejudice. It's just the platform is just for pretty much, the less fortunate and the people with no voice. To have a voice and to have
I got what you're saying. Yeah, that's cool.
To pretty much express, what everybody else tries to suppress.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So that's it. So I mean y'all kind of quiet.
Oh no! It's gonna get heated in a minute.
Yeah, somebody. We still waiting for somebody, Ray, or what's going on? We can't hear you, Ray.
They may have to log on and log back on like I did. We can't hear you, brother.
You got to unmute your mic. Your mic is muted.
Yeah, you may have to do what I did, log off and log back on.
Okay. All right, so until we get everybody in place.
There you go.
There you go. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, okay.
A minute.
So are we still waiting?
We can hear you now.
Or what's going on?
Oh, I was waiting on Big L, Deshaun.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute. Let me see something. Hold on.
All right, so we're gonna go into a commercial and then we're gonna go into a song until everybody get out.
All right, let's do it.
Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate, we not gon' hesitate. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. 6 days leading up to the 7-day finale. Fun, food, and community, bring the whole family. 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate, we not gon' hesitate. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. Day one, kick it off at Cal State, San Bernardino.
So
all right.
That's the commercial. Now this is the song.
Yes, sir.
Got a good beat to it.
Thank you.
When I be used to Mr. Moses. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate, we not gon' hesitate. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. 6 days leading up to the 7-day finale. Fun, food, and community, bring the whole family. 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate, we not gon'
I like that.
hesitate. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. Day Day 1, kick it off at Cal
Hello?
State, San Bernardino. Day 2, family and fairways at the Arrowhead Country Club. Day 3, we gathering together at the Hallelujah Temple Christian Family Church to have a good time in the Lord. Come on and come on.
TALON.
Take the
Yeah.
7-day journey. We promise you'll have a ball. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate. We not gon' hesitate. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. 6 days leading up to the 7th-day finale. Fun, food, and community. Bring the whole family for 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate. We not gon' hesitate. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. Day 4, we in our lanes with our bowling shoes on. We having bowl night at Bolero. Day 5 to Chicken George's we go to start our day right. Then off to EP26 to have our industry night. Day 6 is where we celebrate at celebrities. Then comes the finale. Day 7, the 3rd annual Love for Us Juneteenth Freedom Day celebration. Come on and come on. Take the 7-day journey. We promise you'll have a ball. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate. We not gon' hesitate. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. 6 days leading up to the 7th-day finale. Fun, food, and community. Bring the whole family for 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate. We not gon' hesitate. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate. We not gon' hesitate. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth. 6 days leading up to the 7th-day finale. Fun, food, and community. Bring the whole family for 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate. We not gon' hesitate. Showing love for 7 days of Juneteenth.
10. Actually, when I got ready to get off, it was set to be 10.
Days.
Much love, much love.
Yeah, so we doing 7 whole days of Juneteenth. We starting June 13th all the way to the 19th. And, you know, the song basically tells all the stuff we're going to be doing. We're going bowling, golfing, going to church, you know, just doing a variety of things. Every day we doing something different.
Blessings.
Yeah. So if y'all could make it out here next month, you know, y'all more than welcome.
Already.
You
I
sound
need
like
a soundtrack too, man.
you sound
Yeah,
like
that's a nice soundtrack.
I need that soundtrack. I like that.
okay. We'll send. I'll email it to you.
That's got a nice little tone, nice beat. I like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you. Yeah,
Okay, so what it do, man?
What y'all wanted to come on. So what y'all got? What's
Good, man. I'll see what's going on. That's all I'm doing.
Well, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm turned up on Abraham Torre.
Oh, who?
I'm turned up on Abraham Torre. You know, the black president overseas who you know what I'm saying, who's taking back dignity, taking it back all natural minerals and resources and giving it back to the people. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know
Amen.
that much about it because I ain't seen it, but go and tell me about it some more. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, for years, you know, we've been raped for all our natural resources.
That's
You
true.
know,
That's true.
you know, they come in, they set up military base, you
Like
know,
when they was
they
taking the diamonds and all that from y'all.
blood diamonds, all
Diamonds,
that.
yeah,
So they
okay.
call you right. So they taking all the coltan, the oil, the diamonds, all the natural resources, and they claim and they put military bases in to protect United States, but the people in the land is suffering. They still
Yeah.
living in poverty, but they working for nothing, you know.
That's true.
And so it's the higher officials who's allowing it because they're living good, but the people living bad. So for years it's been going on, and the only thing we see in the United States and Africa is swollen bellies and flies in their eyes, and that and that's what they want us to see. However, in Ghana and Ethiopia, them places is rich, but they don't want to show you that. However, God has raised up a man that standing up to all that, and he kicked out all the French out of Africa, took back all the natural resources, told Trump, "Don't summon me. I'm not coming to the meeting. I got a country over here to run."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we don't need nothing from you. I said, "Whoa."
So
Vladimir Putin.
What country in Africa is he in?
He's in they call it who? It for first yeah, we can't pronounce them words over there, man. But it's Fose, something Fose. I forgot, but I tell you, all you
That's gonna be the Black Panther of Africa. That's what you're saying.
No, that's what he is, brother.
He is. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you, if you was to Google him, he's all over the internet.
Yeah, I've been seeing
I think I've seen that on TikTok.
I've been seeing an African dude on the internet lately.
Yes.
I haven't looked into it to see what it's about, but
brother, y'all follow him. Listen, man. He's not wearing the traditional suit coat and tie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I see him with the army beret on.
Yes, brother. Yes. And he's standing on business.
Yeah, he look like he about that action.
Yeah,
all that business.
And that's what we need. See, we got.
We in the United States. Like I'm not understanding the connection.
Okay, well, the connection is just like we get sold out, just like we got sold out in the beginning in Africa from our own people. Okay, they doing the same thing right now over there. Only they're living good over there. And can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, and so the same thing with here. Our politicians are doing the same thing. They get the money, but they don't let it trickle down into education. They don't let it trickle down into medical.
Yeah. How is what he doing in Africa gonna help us in the United States?
Well, for the simple fact that they giving free visa. They got automobile manufacturing. They got technology. They got medical. I will go.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit, hell yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Motherland, yes, I will. I understand it.
Well, that's what it got to do with it. Then you think you thinking about going?
And not only that, it's a free visa. Okay. You talking about barter and trade. What do we produce here in America? Nothing. You can go there and manufacture and produce and trade with the rest. You talking about natural resources now. So if this is the homeland and we got action at it, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, that's if we got action at it.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
I think more of that is going to be on connections, and it's going to be built off of relationships, and I think that's what he's speaking more of concerning relationship, and what I'm saying, connections. Us as a people, we have been disconnected from what you think things that's happening over in Africa or those that's happening on that continent.
Yeah.
That they call Africa. We're kind of like we're disconnected because we don't see it and we don't hear it and we don't take it for what it is. But one thing we have to realize, we're all one. Mm-hmm. We're all one family. Mm-hmm. And in order to be one family, we have to understand each other. We may not agree. Mm-hmm. We may not agree, but we have to understand each other to agree or disagree. Yeah, and I think that's the part that we fail to realize, that And I tried to relate it to some of my close relatives that, well, one person may think may be right. You may think it's wrong, but it not mean that it's right. It's wrong or right. Everyone
Yeah,
has a right to their opinion.
yeah. Two
Right.
things could be right, two things could be wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the thing is, like my brother's saying, is we at least search it out or go find out if we can at least touch bases or contact with this type of an analogy to where we can
Okay.
maybe have an opportunity.
Okay, so let's play. Let's switch the roles. So now let's put us in his position.
Okay.
You're doing all this for your people in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and now the people from the U.S. is just gonna come and just get a free ride, from all the
No,
work that you put in.
but I don't think it's gonna be a free ride because we ain't never had a free ride.
Exactly.
So it hadn't been a free ride. It hadn't been a free ride. We have been accepted. We have been accepted, and then we have been what they call allowed.
Allow, yeah, for sure, allowance.
Yeah, we have been allowed, but we hadn't had the clearance to be fully granted a sovereign in any situation. So
Yeah, so this guy that's fighting for his people in Africa is going to open up the doors for us in America to come to Africa and reap the rewards and the benefits of what he accomplished.
it may or may not.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Well, the way I'm looking at it, because I started the conversation. The way I'm looking at it is this: I bring something to the table as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to bring something to the table.
It's relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, I'm not only am I bringing my insight of Northern America and how they work. You know what I mean? I'm bringing the insight of how we was mistreated and how we can do it over here. Hey, I got CDL. I know how to lay the pavement. I know how to do the seat. I know how to do infrastructure. I bring something to the table.
And I think that's the business is
relationship.
And I think that's what he's saying mostly. Okay, yeah, we can do all these things, but what are you bringing to the table?
Connection. How do you make the connection to develop the relationship?
Well, I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it just like you do anything else. You use your words.
Okay.
My mouthpiece is impeccable.
Okay.
If I see you speaking up, moving the crowd, well, guess what, brother? I'm backing you 100%. And I got this, and I got that, and I have knowledge of this, and I have knowledge of that.
Okay.
And not only that, let's barter and trade with ideas and concepts. God gave me a witty invention, concepts, and ideas, just like they got that boy over there who's making fossil fuel out of wastewater. I mean, he's making gasoline or diesel fuel out of water, out of waste.
Can I ask one question? I ain't trying to be funny or nothing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Being around a lot of African people, sometimes African people treat y'all bad because y'all ain't African. Really, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
They don't even like their own people.
Well, just like Jamaicans really don't like American black folks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's break the misnomer. A lot of countries don't like us because we don't want to understand the culture of their country. You know what I'm saying? So let's be honest about it. We try to go into other people's culture and bring our domain or our meaning to their culture. We don't try to understand their culture and their way of living. You know what I mean? So that's
everybody coming in taking that shit.
That's the problem. We don't try to understand other people's way of living. and the other way of paper of dialect, the way they talk to each other, treat each other, and we want to treat them the way that we treat people over here, and that don't work in other countries. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that we have to look at. We have to look at how are we going to learn, how are we going to be more diplomatic in our way. You know what I mean? And how are we going to open up ourselves and our knowledge to be acceptable to another culture? You know, yeah, we have to adjust not just our way of thinking, but our way of living. You know what I mean? Because when you go to another country, they don't live the same way we live here. The qualities may be sometimes better, but the living expenses or the living quality may be a little smaller, and we're expecting something bigger. Just because we're there and have it, don't mean that we're going to get it. And we're not obligated to that. So those are things that they're looking at that we'll come up. We have more of an arrogant attitude, and that has drawn to other nations that when Americans come in, they come in arrogant, and so we're already looking at, I don't like them because of their attitude or the way they live. So those are things that we're going to have to change with other nations before we do anything, that we're not the stereotype that you say we are.
That's true. And not only that, you know, like you say, you know, we have such pride and arrogance about ourselves, and they pick up on that. You know, and just like Africa, and I'm watching them, and you know, they got hand-me-down clothes and ain't no streets. I don't like walking in the dirt. I don't like getting my shoes dirty.
He being real. It is like that.
No. I wear white Air Force Ones. I don't want them dirty.
But that's not like that everywhere.
No.
So that's a stereotype to them. You know what I mean?
I get it. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so I know in Ghana, it's not like that.
Yes.
In Ghana is man, they got sky-rise buildings.
Yeah.
You know, and you're right.
Yeah,
so,
outside of Ghana, you do got some places like that outside of Ghana. It's called the Has people.
Right.
I got some people from there. They tell you about it, show you pictures. There always gonna be some Has somewhere where the luxury is.
Ain't no question. And so, but what I'm saying in the overall topic is that I'm for my people too. You know, I
understand that.
You know, we looked at different because the majority of us was brought here against our own will, and so and we don't know their culture. We don't know our culture. You know, because we have been stripped of ours, and we had to learn Queen's English and do it. It's not about Black Power Hour. What it's about is culture. It's about nationality. See, everybody has their own nationality. And so when you find your nationality in your homeland, that's where you thrive from. Because God gives everybody their own homeland. He did that in the Bible.
I agree and disagree. I agree to disagree.
Okay. Come
what
on.
is our nationality?
I agree. I agree to disagree because a lot of people, know where they come from. But when it comes to us as Black American here in the United States, it's been tarnished.
But
we know where we are. We know where we are stand still for as biblical texts. We do. But I'm saying as in, if you ask anyone outside of an African American, they know I'm England, Irish, Italian. They know this.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know I'm Bantu, Watusi. We don't know that part of our our bloodline. We don't know what our dishes are. We don't know how we should eat. We have to what you call break down and dissect and study ourselves to figure out what worked with us and doesn't work with us. It's
Okay,
not
so right.
about, you know what I
So
mean? So I'm
no, no,
not
no,
saying
no, no,
that,
no, no, no. You agreed to disagree, but still turned around and said the same thing I said.
but
You know
what
what
I'm saying is we do not know exactly
I just
our
said that,
blood.
face. We don't
Yeah,
know where we come from.
yeah.
Because if I had to ask you where you come from, what are you gonna tell me?
Hey, I don't know.
You're gonna say I'm from Turtle, Texas, or I'm from Woo.
Yeah,
You can't tell me what part of
I
the
can't.
homeland you came from.
That's right.
And no, and that's my good brother. That's what I
Yeah,
was saying. Now
yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't say the Watusi
yeah.
and
That's all I was saying. That's all I was
no, no,
saying.
no, no. I get
Yeah.
it. So to jump back on what I'm saying is I want to go back. I want to know. Listen, because let me tell you something. We've been so unfairly mistreated here.
Disenfranchised.
Yeah, but listen though, we've been so unfairly mistreated here that if we can get some unity and dignity,
Mm.
listen, man, because all we ever want is unity and dignity. Listen, we fight for civil rights. Ain't that a bitch? What about human rights?
Thank you.
Exactly.
We
Thank you.
fight for civil rights. So,
Exactly.
That's
so,
true.
so, so what I'm getting at is if we could get back to our people and barter and trade from our own natural resources, we don't have to worry about police coming in the neighborhood, smashing our heads against things, beating us with dogs.
Yeah,
No, we ain't got to worry about that bullshit. We can
yeah.
barter and trade through tariffs, through the ocean, through barter and trade on ships where we got Conan, we got gas, we got
Yes.
oil, we got diamonds. Okay, so now we're gonna barter and trade.
But
Listen,
see,
I don't need you. You don't need me. If you from
that
China, you be Chinese. If you Japan, you be over here.
yeah.
I'm
But
just
see,
saying.
that's what we had in 1921. And that's what
And
we had in Tulsa 1921. And see,
and
that's what people don't want to understand. It was more than just burning down a town. And in 1921, some of our people spoke 6 languages. Had airports,
Mm.
had bus stations,
and so
supermarkets,
and
drugstores,
what did they do?
schools.
And what
Hey,
did they do? They did
burned
the
it down.
same thing that they doing in Africa. They go,
Yeah,
they conquer, divide, and take what they want.
yeah. But
So Abraham Torre said, "No more."
yeah. But what we have
We,
to understand is this though. It starts with us first. We can't expect somebody to do something for us until we start doing it for ourselves. You know
Exactly.
what I
no,
mean? And
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they go for our younger brothers and younger sisters. You can't expect the police not to knock you down and beat your head in when you're doing it to your own. You know what I'm saying? It
No,
started at
we
home.
understand. No, we
It-
understand that,
yeah,
but listen. This is the generation to where, okay, I'm 60, face.
yeah,
Okay. My mom and them held hands and sang hymns. We shall overcome and all that bullshit. And then
hmm
and then we flooded the church houses on our knees, gave pastor the money, and they burnt
yeah,
that shit down and still rape mama. You know, I got an auntie right now have a damn Creole. You
yeah.
know, so what I'm trying to get at is this. It's been 4,000 years, like the Bible said, 4,000 plus.
Yeah.
It's a shift in the atmosphere where prophecy,
400 plus.
or excuse me, right, 400. It's 400 plus. So there's a shift in the atmosphere where prophecy is starting to be fulfilled. Okay, just like when the Bible says the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Okay, well now right now you can go in the Sprouts and wave your hand and pay for your food. We just looked on the news where the world is going digital. There's really no more money. The U.S. currency is being backed by gold. Okay, so now we're in a state of mind and a time in society where the what's not normal is now the new normal. You know what I mean? Where right where the Bible says women will be lovers of themselves and men. So we're right where we need to be, getting right back to where we at. We're in this generation where ain't no more singing.
Yeah.
It's some head
Head,
busting now.
head bust.
It's some separation now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and he mean business. The Messiah is coming back, and he's always raising up an army. See, this the rattling of the bones.
Yeah.
You know, this the rattling of the bones, Ezekiel. You know, the sinew and skin is coming back on the dead that's been dead. This been
Mm-hmm.
spell's been cast upon. There's been spiritually and physically dead. Now they're being physically and spiritually awakened, and it's shaking up them old elders who used to say, "Boy, don't look me in my eye."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's shaking them up because their children don't know no better. They privileged. They think they're supposed. Ivanka Trump and that boy, they don't know nothing. They don't know no better. They think people are supposed to hold an umbrella when they walk out and it's raining. Type shit. So all I'm saying is we're headed for a time to where our money, your money, stand demand and faith. This everything that we doing is for these kids in this new generation, but it's meant to be, bro. It's a demon out here, man. Not only are they making robots and AI, they doing things with. Listen, they doing things with the DA.
Yeah.
With the DNA.
DNA.
Listen,
DNA.
bro. Listen, they creating real monsters. Listen, we ain't even touching on that yet.
Yeah. That's a whole nother
That's a
conversation, baby.
Conversation.
Listen, they creating real monsters. We ain't even got to the extraterrestrial and what's really going on in Hangar 18 and what they been hiding. And we talking about God right now. Boy,
Yeah.
look here.
Yeah.
We in a world of trouble.
Right down the street, they closed down a glider plant. We'll go in the
Yeah.
future and back into the future.
Hold on, check this. They closed down a what?
A glider plant over here in Waxahachie.
Right, a portal is what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, now watch this. Yesterday, on my phone, a UFO ran into a military a fighter jet right here in Phoenix. A
Wow.
UFO.
Wow.
Listen, it's not on the front page news.
I ain't seen nothing about it.
Look, right here in Phoenix yesterday. Hit my phone. I'm like, what? Then why ain't we hearing about it? Because it's hush.
Why?
It's hush. See, and listen, man, that's why I want to get out of here, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. America has a special ass whooping reserved for it.
Yes, it does.
This is the melting pot of all sin.
But you gotta remember this too. At the other worlds of the country, they hide a lot of shit too.
Oh,
Yes, but listen, bro, not like this. Listen,
Yeah.
they leave other countries to come here to act a donkey. Because they can't act a donkey where they from.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They get whooped, get their hand cut off, get stoned and other shit. Walking around.
So listen. So I'm glad that you touched on that. So what do you think is going to happen to an American that's used to being free and used to all these freedoms that goes to a country like that? What do you think is going to happen to that American?
Well, we have an American word that we use called that'll learn you. That'll learn you. Because
we already have it so bad here.
Yes.
Right? I would hate to be around some people that hate Americans and be at their disposal to what they gonna do whenever we get out of line or get out of pocket or whenever they feel something out of pocket.
But see, I wouldn't even have to worry about that. You know why? Because I'm so boss and got so much wisdom and knowledge. I know you don't take the same show on the road. My mama told me a long time ago, you cry
Yeah.
when they cry and you laugh when they laugh.
When they laugh.
You know, you fit in. You listen, you can't take the same show on the road with you. And
No.
I would I'm from California, San Bernardino, and I went to Dallas, Texas. I'm like, what's up, kid? Trying to push the line. I'm like mafia. They gonna
Yeah.
bury your ass right there.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Right there.
And,
Right
So
there.
that's another U.S. citizen doing that. So
But
exactly.
listen,
imagine the mentality of a foreigner, and you're coming into their country with your idea. Imagine what they're gonna do.
So
they gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
but like I said, listen, man, in life, only people going to survive is the strong and the wise. Food's gonna be shifted out anyway, and we need that to happen anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, just period. We need that to happen. Yeah. If you go somewhere and act a damn fool, well, then you deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, you may not know you acting a fool. You know, you may
No. You
That's
listen.
You know what you're doing.
You know.
You
See,
know what you're doing.
one thing about it, we ain't giving no excuses to fools because you're a
No,
fool.
you see,
You got it.
and that's the thing.
Let me give
Go
you
ahead.
an example.
Okay.
A person from New York that's dropped off in Hoover neighborhood that's wearing New York Yankee stuff. In New York, he's just representing his baseball club. In the set of Hoover, he's representing their enemy. He don't know no better. He doesn't know that they're at war with people that got the NY on their hat.
Okay, so watch this. Now you ran across Billy Ray, and I'm gonna run up on you, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, and I'm gonna tell you to take it off, and what you gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, what you gonna do?
It's
you
instructions.
the food, or you gonna get your noodles knocked out?
Yeah. It's instructions.
And that's hoping that he runs into a person like you. But
but you gotta remember. You gotta remember, most bangers go bang on those that bang. And if they know that person don't know, they go give them a slight pass unless they get out of order.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna just go up on them and just hit them up like that. They go see where they at, where they mind at. Now, if they don't want to comply and they want to come with some attitude, now that's a whole nother different thing.
Well. Tay said Tay picked the right city. All niggas from New York got a chip on their shoulder. They all think they tough.
Yeah.
So looking at him from a distance,
They do that.
he's straight enemy.
Yeah.
And then if you look at a cat from New York too long, he gonna ask you what the fuck you looking at anyway.
Yes.
And
so
they always right.
And we're talking
and they
about
always right.
Americans.
Yeah.
We're talking about Americans with this mentality.
Right.
We're talking about a whole nother country that none of us has ever seen, ever been to. These we're talking about stuff that we're familiar with from our own people.
Right.
But like I said, we're arrogant. We pretend to be arrogant.
It's not. I mean, we're arrogant, but the arrogance has to come with being
humility.
We can't not be arrogant. You cannot be arrogant and not be successful.
That's true.
It's impossible.
But at the same time, you have to understand how to use that and have some humility in an area that you're not in a proper setting.
And hopefully you could get around those type of people that will allow the time for that. A lot of times,
I met some people like that.
I
met some people like that in New York when I used to run up there in New York. I stayed
like
there a whole week in New York, in the Bronx.
That's like what?
Laid back, cool.
Yeah.
I used to deliver to them, and I went to the hood with them. Nobody didn't mess with me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all cool. I mean, they got some earth down people down there.
if you
I
can
was in the
run,
project with
if
him.
you can
Yeah.
run into those people, but then there's a whole nother group
Yeah,
of
there's a whole
people
nother crew.
that
You
you
got the wrong
don't
color on. What you doing
that
walking
you
around here with
don't
this
run
color
into,
on?
that you want to hope you don't run into those people.
Yeah, you're right.
And not knowing the landscape, you don't know who or what those people look like.
That's true.
That's true. True.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I say, man, um, just in life, period, man. We just need to, like I say, love on one another, man, and stay focused, man. But
That's
you
what
know,
we could do from anywhere.
yeah, no, real talk. No,
Yeah.
real talk. But me myself, I didn't have my feel of America. I didn't see it. I have enough. I have enough proof. I have enough data. I have everything I need to justify where I want to go.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm not saying don't go. I'm
right,
just saying
yeah.
it's like, if you do go, just do some research. Do
Oh
some.
yeah, well, I, well, I'm going with the spirit of God,
Amen.
uh, to 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 improve my people, to illustrate love, compassion, and empathy, letting them know, hey, I'm here to help in any capacity I can. Use me, ask me anything, show me, teach me your way, because that's how you do. You don't come
Yeah.
in a man's house and tell him, how to stack
Was
his
it
dishes, what I mean, or where to put his furniture. You come in and obey the law of the land.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, to me, that's just common knowledge.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you know, I move with the spirit now of I keep my head on a swivel, you know. I'm just so seasoned in life to where, I know danger when I see it, and I feel it. I know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? I can see shit a mile an hour. I'm 100 miles an hour before it even happened. So
Yeah.
God bless me like that. But um, I don't know, man. Like, with the conversation going now, I'm just right now just thanking mercy and grace, and
Amen.
I just thank him, man,
Amen.
because yeah, because without good counsel. See,
Hmm.
every wise man, every king surrounds himself with good counsel, wise
Hmm.
counsel.
Yeah.
And so, and we don't, and wise counsel can come from a babe. It don't have to come from an elder.
Yeah. Out the mouth of babes.
Out of
Yeah.
mouth of babes. And I tell you, I thank God for you, Talon. You always been wise beyond your age. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
you
Thank
are, you
you.
always been slow to speak. Oh, you so slow to speak. You know what I'm saying? And don't get excited about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Except
You
they
know,
come with no checks.
yeah. You get excited, and then I can say the same thing about Antonio. I met Antonio in Dallas, man, and he was so quiet and smooth, and he always just kind of polite, just a polite, decently in order man. And he
Yeah.
just told me 40 something now, but what was you 20 something when I met you?
Yeah, in my 20s.
Wow.
Damn, and when I tell you, brother, the brother was, man, on point. He wasn't loud and boisterous, and that had a lot to do with the military. He was, yeah, because he was poised, decently in order, and his receptors was open
Yeah, I
for
was in my
wisdom.
early 30s.
Yeah, his receptors was open for wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah.
And yeah, and once I uh explained to him about how I discovered, not I discovered, how the men I was around helped me discover nationality in the Bible, and I brought it to him.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was like throwing a match in a bucket of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he just blew up and ran with it, man. The
Yeah.
things I read and thought I knew, Man, he ran past me with it,
Yeah.
and came back and put a bib on me with some here. Eat this, here, come on, open your mouth, you know what I mean, and start
He
feeding me
gonna
the
do
word.
that.
Yeah, it start feeding me the word. I said, look at you, praise God, you know.
Amen.
And so, and then my brother here, I met him. I put one of them facials on him. You know, he just like you say, you know, he just light skinned, you know, and that's why he was able to go to New York and the projects, nothing because
No,
he moved.
he said he was white in a black body.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
because he's raised around us, so he has that aura. Listen, you see him walk, you hear him talk, you already know what it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you ain't gonna run up on him because you come on, man. Look, you okay? Yeah, okay. So yeah, my guy,
Yeah.
and then they see he knows what he knows our struggle.
Yeah.
See, he
You
knows.
know, I
So
lived it.
that's my brother. Yeah, that's my brother.
Cause
And
I was raised
so,
up by a black family. The white people treated me shit just like they did y'all. They
Wow.
treated me
mm-hmm,
even worse. When
mm-hmm.
I came to school and they needed to see my parents, then when my parents come to thought we were lying that my mom and dad was black. And when they
Mm-hmm.
found out, they really treated me like shit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You see?
and it's okay because you know God will use you in every capacity there is. See, it
Mm-hmm.
might be you, you understand, with the complexion for the connection to open the doors that we can't even knock on.
That's the same thing my grandfather
Yeah.
said to me.
Yeah, no, listen, 100%.
What
Listen,
he
That was
say?
what grandfather said.
What he say, Mr. Stan? What did Grandpa say?
No, my grandfather used to call me a wigger. He said, "Come here, you white nigga, cause you know you black." And I was always in trouble. But he said, "You smart. A lot of people think you're dumb, but son, you don't realize you're gonna pull a lot of weight for us, but we can't do because your skin color." And
Yeah.
he was right about that. What he said.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
wonder why my dad and my auntie always send me somewhere to take care of business for them. When I
Ah.
got older, I realized what it was about. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, it was men with your spirit and your history that Harriet Tubman and everybody else used because you know what I mean. It was you that we ran to and you put us away and sent us the other way. Listen, God always does that, brother. It's
Mm.
always come on. He don't make
It's
no mistake.
always a ram in the bush, baby.
Always around
Always
in the
around
bush.
in the bush. Amen to
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. Well, look, man. Listen. On that note, it's 11:01. My wife said she said I've been on the phone for 3 hours. She came and they ate dinner and did laundry, and I've been on the phone the whole time. I was
Yeah, we,
I
we
was
hey,
on the phone with Face Now for about two
we've been
hours.
on the phone before that. Yeah, before we got on, we was on the phone. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No
But
problem.
that's
No problem.
that's that fellowship, Taylor. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to
Hey,
come back to fellowship and,
that's what it's
and get
about, man.
yes,
Y'all
Stand
came
the
on the
man.
phone. Y'all came on the phone to the network. Now
yes.
y'all over 2 billion devices worldwide.
Hey,
Amen.
and
2
dropping
billion
them
with a B.
jewels.
So
Yeah.
watch this. Stand the man and Antonio. We do Talon at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. 5 days a week. And
Mm-hmm.
Sunday if
7 days.
you
7 days
want
a
to.
week.
Yeah,
Is
7 days.
that it's a Pacific Standard?
Yeah,
Not
Pacific
Pacific.
time. Yeah,
Pacific time. Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
2 hours ahead
So,
of us.
yeah. So
so
eight
if you
hour time.
yeah, so if you got something you want to vent about, if you want to talk about your business, you want to
Mhm.
promote your business, or
Yeah.
you want to get on there and talk about how you appreciate Talon and the platform he got to give you a voice, amen. I mean,
Amen.
whatever you want to do,
Whatever.
man.
We
It
have,
Well,
like
we
like
have
like
no
this is y'all's time to shine.
the only structure is that we come on at 10. Ain't no other structure.
yeah. I just
Mhm.
want to say, man, thank you for your tenacity to
Yeah.
to
You
bring
welcome.
this to the people because some people are selfish and keep it to themselves. So thank you for all that you're doing for the people. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna go unnoticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
thank
like my brother say, hey, all things is well, and all will is great. You know what I mean? Because God don't make no
Mm-hmm.
mistakes. You know what I
exactly.
Everything's
mean?
got to be all equal one, man.
That's it.
Yeah, hey, I sure appreciate y'all. Stand the man, Antonio, Talon. Peace.
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 Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. We gon' celebrate, we not gon' hesitate. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. 6 days leading up to the 7th-day finale. Fun, food, and community, bring the whole family. For 7 days of Juneteenth, we gon' celebrate, we not gon' hesitate. Showing love for us 7 days of Juneteenth. Day one, kick it off at Cal State, San Bernardino.
I guess everybody else left, huh?
Yep. Everybody else left. Then you got anything you want to end with closing out?
Nah, I appreciate this good old time. I'll come back again for this.
Okay. It was a pleasure meeting you, man. Thanks for coming on Talon at 10, and
Don't forget to email me that track. I like that track.
Okay. Which one is your email?
Stan the man.
Stand the man. Okay. I'll send it to you right now.
All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, you have a blessed night, man.
You too, man.
Okay.
Southern boy, certified.
I don't really understand. Oh, why they do this to me? Oh. Saturday Roman, don't say nothing at all. Yeah. 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 I'm hearing whispers on the street about some things that I really can't believe. People talking, spreading lies over me. I don't know why they coming for me. They say I did things that I never done. No. They say that I'm guilty, but I'm not the one. No.
Liar, liar, liar. Pants on fire. I heard rumors around town. People talking and spreading lies. Can't trust nobody who don't have a purpose.